And 3, 2, 1, welcome back to the Red Bull podcast. As you can hear, there is someone with me today. So, one really special because it's the one who was in charge of the picture of the podcast, season number 2. Please welcome Miss Marina.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
No, just because you are here today, I decided to go a little bit like kind of sunflower vibes, a little bit this kind of yellow vibes. Cause you know what, I've been checking like the top of my reels on YouTube, and for many reels I've been wearing like red or burgundy top.
Okay.
So basically, you can see just my head floating with
With
the
the
wall.
background?
There's nothing like. They might think like, oh my god, what kind of effect are they using it? No, it's just me with like the wrong top. And with the lighting, it's like matching with the wall.
You needed some contrast.
So
today.
now I'm going yellow. So if you are just listening to the podcast, go on YouTube so you can look at me and this wonderful woman today. Look at her. So once again, how are you?
Good, thank you. I think I might need a little bit of more wine. I'm joking about it.
It's alright. We got some wine in the house. Don't worry. The reason why you're here today is a really important topic. Something that I had in my pocket for a while. I'm so glad that finally you're here.
Thank you.
Just
It
because
took
we
me
are,
a while. Sorry.
yeah, it is. Talking about, AI, social media, this is something that I've been through like episode by episode, and somehow my finally we got the chance to open the door. I talk about someone who maybe like you got more knowledge than I do, can maybe, connect some dots. Because first of all, you are like a social media marketing
Manager, yes.
manager. So what makes you like study?
So, it's been a tough journey, let's say. At the beginning, I didn't want to study marketing. I tried to enter in a psychologist university, but at the end I realized it was a bit too tough. So me and my best friend basically tried to get in together, and we did the tests, and she was the one who got in, and I was not, obviously. She was always the smartest one. Indeed, now she's a psychologist, but
That's a different story.
yeah, that's a different story. That's true. So since I failed, I was looking for something similar where psychology maybe enter in the same topic or field. So I studied and I learned that psychology was used a lot in marketing and communication, which is basic the primary tools that marketing and marketer use in their adverts, in communication, and all this kind of stuff. And did my first thesis at university, the last one basically, was in about neuromarketing, because obviously there's a sort of, they collide to each other, they combine to each other, the way that people think, the people way see things, and psychology studies all these things, and marketing basically take advantage of it. So I was interested and curious about this, about that. Even because when I was in high school, I studied graphic design, and I got a teacher that show us a lot of documentary about how marketing was using from corporate, and was really interesting. So there's a specific documentary that got my interest. I think it's called The Corporate, and as soon as I saw it, I just fall in love of everything. Of was a mix of everything: psychology and marketing, how humans behave, and how you can basically not say controlling them, but influence them, the way they behave, the way they act, or why they do the choice that they made. And basically, none of the choice that people make are theirs. So it was a really interesting things. So I wanted to dig deep, let's say.
These days, what do you think is your like favorite platform to work with? If I wanna like mention, I don't know, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.
It depends what someone wants to achieve. So let's say Facebook now is getting a range of older people, something between 30, 40 up to. while obviously TikTok is for young generation, Instagram as well. And then Snapchat. I don't even want to talk about Snapchat. I mean, I never used it. I didn't really like. Maybe it's too young for me.
Me and
I
Mike,
have
we
to
tried
say.
at the beginning of the podcast, but then I don't know.
No, I
We
just
found
gave
better
up.
result by different platforms.
Even because there are so many that you can
Yeah.
use and you have to use it. And obviously, someone wants to have a life, me in person, me first, and having all this technology. I mean, all these social media platforms are distracting most of the time, distracts you for what you have to do. But I will say at the beginning, probably TikTok was the one that I liked the most. Because you were sharing a picture, emotion, and etc. YouTube is also a valid platform where people YouTube nowadays is growing that a lot, and lots of people, even in the past, they always use YouTube as a main platform to share their content or what they're doing, etc. So most of the influencer that we have nowadays that started in, I don't know, earlier 10 years ago or earlier 2015, 2010, they all became famous, and most of them at least. So probably I would say YouTube at the moment is the one that is going more, yeah.
Because I think that YouTube, among all the four that I was telling you, are like the one underrated. Because I don't see much bullshit on YouTube like the other three, for instance. I think TikTok and Instagram is like full, or I don't know, people promoting nothing. There is like, there are a lot of like dancing, a lot of like silly things where it's like it's missing the concept, first of all.
Yeah.
Which is,
And
I think
because
they goes with viral with new kids, but there is no message at the end.
Yeah, I mean, TikTok, Instagram are made for young generation, where they can just share stupid stuff or dance or just someone who's smiling at the camera trying to be sexy or whatever. Even because nowadays young generation, they look more for a distraction more than a serious content, while YouTube is more for people who wants to get informed, who want to hear about things or want to learn something, because lots of people are doing handcrafting and explain how they do it, or in terms of photography, people, I don't know, do tutorials and all this kind of stuff. So I think YouTube is more for those who wants to learn something. Obviously, in part, it's no 100% of it, but mainly there's this gap of generation that obviously prefer ones above the other or vice versa. So, and probably young generation are more, how to say, less interest at the moment in learning stuff, or they lost the human contact, I would say. So they look forward for silly stuff to get distracted, or they're bored, and the first thing that they do is just get the phone and scrolling because they don't know how to do in that time. So they don't want to get bored, while getting bored is something that makes you grow, makes your brain working, makes your brain elaborate what you want or what you want to deal with. So, and they're not able to do that at the moment. We're going, I don't know how it's gonna be in the future, but I'm not, I don't think it's gonna be a bright future for
Just
for
because
them.
now you just mentioned the fact that new generation and learning. Of course, when it comes to learning, I have to ask something about the AI right now, which is like learning and AI. They go to two different directions, right? I'm thinking about like AI and the way how maybe these powerful tools can in somehow destroy some future jobs, like probably your one. What do you think about the use of the AI in this modern
So,
era?
as every else tools that has been created during the years, is not about the tool itself more than the way you use it. So it's like when you have an opener. That's a silly example. But if you go an opener and you try to, I don't know, to open a box or a paper, no, a plastic bag or whatever, that's the wrong usage of it. Or you try to just cut your nails or whatever. But if you use it obviously for the right purpose, the consequences are effective. AI can be a good things in terms of if you want to grow in your job as well. Like, I don't know if you have difficulties or if you want to give an idea or just express your idea in a better way. You can do it with that. I don't know. Some people can use it for grammar error. I don't know. For example, I'm an Italian person who works in England, and sometimes I need someone who can check my grammarly because I find it difficult sometimes if I'm tired or other stuff. Obviously, I use it as a grammar tools. Or if just I want an idea and I create a phrase, or I like to write, for example, I write stuff, and sometimes I just use AI to help me to correct grammar or to help me create a different version of it. While lots of people just use AI to build idea. While the main idea should always come from the person who's writing. Some people they just use AI to say, okay, I want, for example, in marketing or in social media manager, it's like, oh, create me 10 quotes, 10 caption for 10 posts on Instagram, on LinkedIn, or other kind of platform. And AI just create them. So there's no humanity, there's no idea behind it. They just write a prompt, and then AI just solved the problem. So there's no mental process, there's no thinking behind it. You're just delegating something that you could put some mental effort in it to a machine, and then it's like you're just going back. You're using it, but even the result, they're not helpful at all.
Since I opened the Red Wall podcast, right? In the last year, I've been receiving a lot of DMs. Like everyone was promoting service. They were like writing down a list of, oh, if you want to get some likes, that's how much I charge. If you want to get some followers, that's how much I charge. So many of them, like week by week, more I was growing, more of message I was receiving. Is there any truth behind that, or is it just scam?
Okay, I will say that most of the people there are scam.
50-50.
Let's say 50-50.
Okay.
It depends, because you can always find someone who is just starting this job and has no idea how to get clients. So they just contact you privately to impress you, or to create a direct line to you. But some of them, the 0.5% of it probably, they're scam. So they try just to offer you something that are not able to let you achieve. And so I would say never trust this kind of people who contact you. I would say more look for them online. Someone who has a tangible proof that they do what they do, how they do it, and they got result. Even because they can tell you lots of bullshit through the DM when they contact you, like, oh, I can let you get 100,000 followers or lots of view or insight or whatever. With my services, but at the end you don't know what they really actually do, or how the result that they can
You can't
really
verify them as well.
Exactly, you cannot verify them. So I would say do your research and find someone who's suitable for yourself. Someone that you might know from someone else, or someone that you can actually see in improve what they do.
Probably the fact that they offering like cheap prices compared to others, that should be already something. Because I might believe that you thinking, I've been studying, I know what's the effort, I cannot charge that amount that they offer.
But even because most of these people, I would say, they came from abroad. For example, obviously people from other side of the world.
Okay, I get you.
So obviously, if you find someone here in UK, the prices are high because there's a lot of competition. There's people.
This is a really good point, by the way. Really, yeah. I mean,
There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of people who knows how to do the job, and obviously, life here in UK is expensive.
Hell.
It's more than expensive, and obviously they need to pay the rent and the bills like everybody else. So the prices that they gave you, is they're higher, unless obviously if you find someone, I don't know, from Albania, Italy, or someone who can manage your social media platform for India, Pakistan, or all these kind of
That'll be
country.
cheaper for
Obviously,
sure,
obviously
yeah.
it will be cheaper. That's for sure. And there's lots of people from those countries who trying to get clients from England, from, I don't know, Spain, from maybe France, German, and France as well. That's why there's this difference of the prices. For example, there's a website. It's called Fiverr. I tried this one for a client where it was only me doing all this stuff. So at some point I was overwhelmed by everything, and I talked to him offering another solution. So to try someone outside who can manage the social media platform, not just the content. I will create everything, but then just the posting, all the organizing all the stuff, to delegate these kind of things. He agreed, and we found someone. Obviously, was much cheaper than people in England. It worked for a while, but because you can always find someone good, or obviously someone bad at the same time. But it worked for a few months, but then we realized that there's lack of communication, because when you have someone in different languages and who try to do something for someone else, they don't know the brand, they don't know nothing. It's very a cold interaction that you have with them. You just need to tell them do that, but then they misunderstand, or there's slow communication, or they fake to be one person that talks to you, but indeed in the back there's 5 or 6 people that answer with the same account, and then you go everything messy. So let's say sometimes spending more money for a quality is much better than spend less money and get your website or your social media messed.
As you can hear, guys, we got a perfectionist in the house today, yeah? And just because of it, I think that we just have a little break, because we got more questions coming from the sexy Marina. So let's take a break and see you soon. Bye.